Hi all, good morning.
Good morning.
Okay,
Okay.
do let me know it's audible. Was
Yes,
it audible?
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yes.
Okay, enjoy this. So, how was the video?
Creative.
Creative. Okay. Anyone else? What do you like? Which are the key points from that video?
More time, more creativity.
More time, more creativity. Yes. Anyone else?
More time, more thoughts.
Hmm? Right.
You
Anybody?
achieve the best if you are under pressure and under pressure of deadlines. Probably.
Uh-huh.
Without pressure, we can have many thoughts.
Without pressure, we will have many thoughts, right?
Yes.
And okay. Can you relate this with your office, like with your work? Anybody who is having experience of IT?
Yes.
The output is
Yes.
output will be expected, more than expected, if we work without pressure or without deadlines.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
If you have a given deadline or short of time, all you do is complete it. You don't try to use any innovative or creative ideas to get that solution or to enhance that solution.
Mm, right. So,
The time pressure, we are more focused on our result, like what we want to achieve that.
we
So
are more focused towards the
our
completion of it.
completion result, yeah,
Yes.
we want to.
Yes. We are more focused into the quantity, not on the quality of it. Right? We can say this.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So that is something which is not in agile. Like we don't give time pressure to our associates in agile or basically in a scrum. How that we'll understand in the consequences, like continuously in the sessions. Okay. So Vaishyaji, do you want to like say something about it? As I said that in agile or in scrum, we don't pressure our associates in terms of timelines. So do you also agree with that?
That's right. True. I mean, I think whatever I've learned through my training or the certification and
Mm-hmm.
a little bit of experience, it's like you kind of uh, get an agreement from the team members that the task that they are assigned would be completed in a given time. If not, how much time would it be needed? And if cannot be a part of a given Scrum cycle, then it can be moved to the other cycle. So it's not like no matter what in this Scrum you have to complete it, unless the team member approves or agrees to the given timeline and the given task, you do not attempt to work on it. So it is on the advantage of team members that they are asked about how much can they handle during this the given scrum.
Yes. Or in other words, or in other simple words, I can say that individual team member gives the estimations for their own task. Nobody apart from that individual gives the estimations for that person. Hello, am I audible?
Yes, Richa.
Yes.
Okay.
Then what is the
So
role of the project manager? Like if the individual
in
person.
in a Scrum, there is no role called project manager.
Okay.
That is why you people who are here for project manager, we are giving you complete knowledge on Scrum Master also. Because if you are going to work in a uh, in a agile project or in a Scrum project, then you need to act as a Scrum Master. There is no role called project manager in agile or in Scrum. There are only three roles: product owner, Scrum Master, and development team. That's it. Okay. That you'll understand later in these slides, that how a project manager and a Scrum Masters are different from each other.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay. So here in this session, we'll cover the agenda would be for next like uh, 14-16 hours would be introduction of Agile. That will include what is Agile, why is Agile, and Agile manifestos. Then Agile benefits and when to use Agile and when to use Waterfall. What is a Scrum? Then facts and fictions about a Scrum, and then Scrum roles. As I said, only three roles are there in Scrum: product owner, Scrum Master, and development team. This is the first difference between safe Scrum and a Scrum. Then, like in safe, there are multiple more roles, but in Scrum, only three roles are there: product owner, Scrum Master, and development team. Then we'll cover on Scrum timelines, Scrum ceremonies, which all ceremonies are there. In a Scrum, we call a meeting as a ceremony. We don't call it as a meeting. Call it as a ceremony. Okay. Then we'll complete. Then we'll look into Scrum artifacts, which all are the Scrum artifacts, and burn down and burn up chart, user stories, and Scrum pillars. This would be the agenda for next 14-16 hours, based on depending on the pattern of our sessions. Like if they are more discussion like sessions, then it will take more time. Otherwise, it may get finished before 14 hours also. Okay. Okay. So I just want to ask you a few questions. What is this?
Waterfall.
Waterfall? And why waterfall is here in Agile's training? Anybody?
To determine, sorry, to determine the life cycle of a software.
So why we need waterfall? See how, if you answer my question, I am going to ask you more questions that will
Yeah,
help you to understand. Like,
because waterfall model is the first model who discovered, and I think so. The Scrum is the part of, like, you can say, like, there is some part of the in the waterfall model they are inherited. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
no, but good try. Good try. Anyone else? Anyone? No? Okay. So waterfall is the ancient way of developing software, right? This everybody knows that waterfall is the way of developing software. Like in this image, you can see if consider there is no water falling from this waterfall, okay? And it just started falling from here. So how much water got fall down from this step to here, that will not be able to go back to the previous step, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And that portion of water will fall to next steps. It can't go back to the previous steps, right?
Right.
So the similar way our software development also happen. Like if one phase has completed, then you have to move forward only. You cannot go back and correct something, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like if I say these are the steps, like phases of software development, right?
Yes.
These are the phases of software
Mm.
development. Once you have completed requirements and you moved on to analysis phase, and customer comes and says that I'm adding few more requirements to it. Will you allow to add it? Will you allow customer to add the requirements into requirements?
No.
No. So uh, this is the limitation of waterfall. That once one phase has completed and you have moved on to the next phase, you cannot go back to the previous stage, right? To overcome this limit, we have introduced Agile. In Agile, we allow customer to add in requirement at any point of time. If at all you are in the testing phase, then also we allow our customer to add more requirements. Okay. This is just an example. In Agile, this does not happen that we are into testing phase. This is not a valid term for Agile. In Agile, what happens? We pick one functionality of the entire project, and we perform all these phases onto that requirement. And then once it is done, once that particular functionality is completed, then we move on to the next functionality and we perform again all the phases of this software development. Are you getting it?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So there's a myth in the industry that in Agile, we don't have to follow all these phases of software development lifecycle. It's a myth. We have to have all these phases of SDLC and Agile as well. We are not skipping any of the phase of SDLC in Agile. Okay. But let's say I'll give you an example. If you have if I ask 2 or 3 people over here to cook a dish for everyone, okay, we'll give you same ingredients and you people are going to make the same dish for each one of us, okay. But even after that, like you are having everything same, but your procedure to make that dish would be different, right? If we are asking 3 people to make a dish, those all 3 people will have their own procedure to cook that dish, right?
Yes.
Why? The dish is same and ingredients are also same. Then why you have the 3 different ways to cook it
The way
in
of
3
adding,
different tastes?
The
Sorry,
art of cooking is different.
the way
the
of
art.
adding the ingredients is different from one to another.
Yes, it's your way of working, right? So the similar way, and you are not missing out the ingredients, like you are not skipping any of the ingredient of that dish, but you are preparing it in your way, in your personal way, right? So the similar way, waterfall is also following all the phases of SDLC, and agile is also following all the phases of SDLC. They both are not skipping any phase of this, but the way of working is different for both the approaches. Okay. In waterfall, we work like we complete one phase for the entire project, entire set of requirements. But wherein in agile, we work in chunks, we work in pieces. We try to cut down our entire product into small pieces, and we work on those small pieces in agile. Are you getting the difference between these two?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Any doubt?
No, as of now.
No.
No. नहीं, मुझे strong वाला no नहीं मिला.
No doubts.
No doubts as of now.
Yeah, okay. That's my problem, that if I don't get the confident yes or confident no, I don't get the satisfaction. So that is my problem. So I'll try to explain it again if that helps you. So why agile we are using here? Agile, we are using agile to manage our software development, right? This is clear to everybody?
Yes.
Okay. So managing software development, we have different approaches. One approach is waterfall. It has its own way of working, and other way of managing software development is agile. It also has different flavors in it. But in general, I'm talking about entire set of agile, like how different it is from waterfall. Okay. So in waterfall, what happens? We complete each phase for the entire project, and then we move on to the next phase of the development life cycle. Wherein in agile, what do? We cut down our entire project into small pieces, and then we work on those small pieces. Like we work on those small pieces. We perform all the phases of the SDLC onto those phases, and then we move on to the next piece of that software or of that product. So we are repeating these phases for each piece of the entire project, like for multiple times. That is why we are able to accommodate changes even after like we have finished like half of the project. Then also we can accommodate new requirements into the project. Is this making sense to you?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Any doubt?
No.
No, we are
No?
good. I'm good.
No, no doubt.
Okay, thank you. So I'm moving on to the introduction of Agile. So when somebody says Agile is a methodology or Agile is a process or Agile is a framework, whatever is completely no for them. Agile is a mindset, okay, which has 4 values, 12 principles, and lots of practices. Okay. As I said, Agile is a set of different flavors, right? So what happened? What has happened over here? The founders of Agile, they have collected a behavior, similar behavior of humans for a certain category, and they have clubbed them together and introduced a practice with their behaviors. Confused है ना? ठीक है.
Yeah.
हाँ. Agile is a mindset, right? Why we say it as a mindset? Because anything and everything which is included into Agile is based on the general human behavior. The founders of Agile has observed the human behavior very closely, and they have prepared their practices based on the general human behavior. Okay. So in this, they have collected that in a particular situation, how a human behaves to solve that problem. Okay. So they have collected that set of the behavior of different people, and accordingly they have framed their one of the practice. Okay. Is it making sense now? Or still confused?
A bit.
A bit
No,
confused?
yeah, I'm confused.
Okay. Okay. So agile is a mindset like a human behavior, or if I talk about a person. Okay. So what happens? We have certain mindset with us, right? Each one of us having different mindset, right?
Hmm.
Agree on this?
Yes.
And each one of us acts as per our mindset. Whatever is correct for us, I am going to work as per that only. It may happen that whatever is right for me is wrong for you, right?
Hmm.
But I am right, and as per me, I am right. And as per you, you are also right.
Got it.
Got it? So, what is this? The different mindset. You have your set of values and principles, and accordingly, you are making your uh, yeah, like you are making your decisions and you are acting on it. The similar way, I also have my mindset. I am also having my values and principles in my life, and according to those values and principles, I am taking my decisions or I am acting as in my life, right?
Hmm. Okay.
So the similar way, agile founders have has defined the agile as it's a mindset. It's a human person. It's a human. You can say agile is a replica of a human. Okay? Wherein he has his own mindset, he has his own values and principles, and according to them, agile acts. Agile has different practices, different way of working. Okay? Is this clear now?
So you're saying that for different person, agile will be different.
No,
No, right?
no. It's like I am whatever is my mindset
Mm-hmm.
is with me. I am going to work as per my mindset, right?
Okay, yeah.
And if I am the head of the family,
Mm-hmm.
I'll transfer my values and principles to my entire family, right?
Yep. Yes.
And based on my values and principles, the other family members also going to work. They may have their uh, like their values and principles addition to my values and principles,
Mm-hmm.
but they all would be in a similar line.
So like
They'll not,
every person will be inherited with the agile mindset then.
yes, whoever is going to work within agile, they
Uh-huh.
have to first set their mind as per the agile's mindset. They all have to adopt the values and principles of agile,
Mm-hmm.
and based on these things they have to practice these things in the software industry.
Okay.
Okay, are you getting it now?
Yep.
Yes.
So agile is a mindset which has 4 values. Please keep this in your mind that it has 4 values and 12 principles. Okay, this is what the agile is. So in general, whenever you start a new thing, you need to set your mind first, and then only you can work into this, that, right? If I take the example of, I'm taking a very touchy topic over here, which is touchy to me also. So I have to reduce my weight. Okay, I accept it. I have to reduce it. But until and unless I have set my mind, I'll not be able to reduce my weight. Right?
Mhm.
Why? Because first I need to set my mind towards the losing weight, and then accordingly I have to make some changes in my routine. I have to make some plans, I have to make some changes into my routine, and I need to have those changes and plans into my into the practice. Then only I'll be able to reduce my weight, right? What if I just do the planning, and I'm not going to practice it? Will I be able to reduce my weight?
No.
No.
No. And if I am not mentally prepared and somebody is forcing me to do this, and without my heart, I am just waking up early and I'm doing the exercise just like for the sake of someone's happiness, I'm doing this. Will I be able to reduce my weight?
No.
No.
Like you.
No. Yes. Yeah, Prabhakar ji, you wanted to say something.
No, I said no.
Okay. Yes, that's true. But if you are not ready to do or to accept anything, you are not going to achieve the goal. Even after you are working in that, but then also you are not going to achieve the end goal. So that is why first you need to set your mind, then only you need to plan accordingly, and you need to practice it on a daily basis. So that is the general human behavior. Based on this, Agile founders have said that Agile is a mindset. You need to first adopt the mindset of Agile. You need to accept it as a culture for you, and then only you will be able to work in the Agile's environment, right? As a culture, like what? You have your culture, like some people are like in India, we have different cultures, right? So few people are South Indians. In South Indians also they have different cultures like Telugus, Tamils, and Malayalams, right? Kannada. We have different cultures. So how do you get into that culture? From your birth, your parents are inculcating the culture into you, right?
Mhm.
They are telling you that this is what our culture is. This is what our culture is. What they are doing, they are preparing your mind. They are setting your mind that this is what our limit is, and this is what we do. By culture, what we are doing, we are setting our limits. That this is what our limits are, right? Right? Is this the correct word, or have I hurt someone's feeling?
No,
No.
no.
Okay. Culture is something which is very touchy, and but it is necessary to understand what is a culture and how we can adopt Agile as a culture. So as we got our culture from our parents, like on a daily basis or on a very frequent basis, our parents used to say, no, no, don't do this. This is not as per our culture, right? You all must be like must have gone through to this stage wherein your parents have suggested you, no, no, don't do this. This is not as per our culture, right?
Yeah, that's what we are doing with our kids, I guess.
Because you are a parent. Now you are a parent and you are just doing the same which has happened with you, right? As
Right.
you people are in US and US culture, like Western culture and Indian culture are very different from each other. So you have to take care of your kids whether they are adapting the Western culture, like at what certain limits they are like accepting it or adapting it, right? You need to keep watch on it, if I'm not wrong. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, true,
That's correct.
true.
So until certain limits, it's okay to adapt the Western culture as per Indian culture, and we have to make sure that our kids are not adapting what they should not adapt, right? So so the similar way, you need to first set your mind to work into agile, and you need to understand it. Then only you can work into agile. Otherwise, it will be very difficult for you to sustain an agile environment. I'll be very honest. It will be very difficult to sustain an agile environment without accepting it or without adapting it. Okay? Okay? Is it
Mhm.
Yes.
clear?
Yep.
So I'm going to the bookish language, or what exactly happens into the agile. So this picture, does anyone want to comment on this?
Checking everything time to time.
Mm-hmm.
A cycle,
Cycle for
a cycle for
one
like a,
scrum, one scrum.
Yes, cycle. A fixed period cycle we have in agile. For different flavors, I mean to say, like different framework which we have in agile. Based on that time limit uh, gets changed, right? For Scrum, we have something like we can have Scrum cycles for maybe for 1 week to maximum to 4 weeks. Wherein if we consider Kanban, so in Kanban we have different time limits. That depends on the category of the ticket, like how soon you have to respond to that ticket. That depends on that. Okay, have you heard about Kanban?
no,
Yes, no,
no, no,
No,
No.
no, no. Okay. Lean, about lean,
no.
not lean, Aji, about lean.
Yeah, no,
Okay,
No.
no.
no,
no,
Okay, extreme programming, pair programming, anything?
no.
No. These all are the flavors of Agile. Agile does not have only Scrum in it. It has different frameworks like Kanban, like Lean, like pair programming, like extreme programming, and a lot many more. Okay. Out of these all, Scrum is very much like favorite or very widely used framework for development. Wherein in Kanban, what we can do is, sorry?
So what were the different, so it was lean, which one and which one? Sorry.
Lean, extreme programming, and Kanban. Who's that?
This is Rudra. Can you put that in the
Ah,
chat?
I was about to say Rudra. How Rudra is here? Hi
Yes.
Rudra, how are you?
I'm great. Doing good, studying and working. So busy.
Okay,
Very busy.
good. Yeah, Rudra, tell me.
So do we have to know the programming? Is along with SQL and stuff, or?
No. It's not related to SQL or something. It is like as Scrum is there, which defines their way of work. So similarly, extreme programming has their own way of working into it. And pair programming, what happens in pair programming? Like we make the team in pairs. Two people will work together and they'll work like in the team. We define two people as a team, as a pair, and they have to work together. Two minds on a one functionality.
Mhm.
Okay. So these are totally different from a Scrum.
Thank you.
Okay.
And
So
can
today,
you
Rudra,
elaborate?
yeah, Rudra.
No,
Can you
that
give
wasn't me.
can
Okay.
you elaborate a little bit about the lean extreme programming?
I will do that, but after this Scrum.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, I'll do that. Okay. So Rudra is one of our candidate from previous batches, and right now his mother is with us in BA track, and he's sitting with his mother,
An amazing mother, by
right?
the way.
Yes.
So that's good.
Yes,
Madhuri
Rudra,
Rudra
you're
is
right.
helping you or not?
He's
He
he's
is.
asking me to ask you questions. Those are difficult for me, and I was like, what if she asked me another question? I don't know anything about it. So I was like, you go ahead and ask her.
So Rudra, you can ask at any point of time.
Okay.
Yeah, you're still with us. You're still, I can say you're still our baby. So don't
Yeah.
worry.
Glad
Yeah,
to be here.
yeah, no worries. Okay,
Cool.
okay. Any other question or any other thing on this?
No, I'm good.
Good.
I'm good.
Prabhakarji or Sriniji, who has asked for extreme programming and pair programming. See, I will give the knowledge on these frameworks, but once I'm finished with Scrum, then I'll do
Yeah,
that.
that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine because these are new terms, so I want to just know like little bit here. That's fine. I will Google it. Don't worry.
Okay, okay, okay. So it is like by this picture, I wanted to iterate like it is agile is a time boxed iterative approach to deliver software incrementally. This is the bookish language, bookish definition for agile. Okay, so what it is? Agile is a time boxed iterative approach to deliver software incrementally. It is time boxed, it has a time limit, right? And iterative. Iterative means what? What is the meaning of iterative word or iteration?
Cycle or repetitive.
Doing, yeah, doing the
Repetitive.
same thing again and again.
Yes, same thing
Like
again and again, repetitive. Yeah, go ahead.
like you have to complete the one cycle, like the requirement analysis, design, development, testing, and deployment. This is the one iteration.
Yes. Iteration is means like whatever we have decided, that is going on repetitive basis, right? So one complete cycle of that will call as a iteration, right?
Mhm.
So it is a time boxed and iterative approach to deliver software incrementally. Now, what is the meaning of deliver software incrementally? What we have done in Agile, like as I said earlier, that the entire project is like we are going to cut it down in small pieces, right? So now that one piece is completed and you have parked it aside. Now you are working on second and third piece of that product, right? Once they are completed, you are going to stack it up with the previous one, which is completed, right? It's just like you are stacking up the completed thing, right? Are you getting it or not?
No,
Or lost somewhere?
I lost.
You lost. Okay. What about others?
Yeah, kind of.
Kind of. Okay. Okay. So if I give you uh 50 notebooks to check, like 50 students notebook to check, what do? You first segregate them in the like subject wise, right? If I am saying that it's a mix of different subjects and these are the 50 notebooks which you have to check for the kids, right? So now what will you do first? You'll first segregate them based on the subject, right? You
Mhm.
have segregated it. Let's say 50 notebooks are there and there are three subjects. So you have got the stack of three different subjects, right? So first you have picked up a stack and you started checking the notebooks. Now once it is checked, what will you do? You will keep it aside and you'll move on to the next notebook to check, right? And once the second notebook is also got checked, what will you do? You'll keep this notebook on the previous notebook, right?
Mhm.
You're stacking it again, like not done to done state, right? Not done to done.
That's correct.
Yeah.
So the similar way, what happens? You have the requirements with you. You have cut it down in the small pieces that during this 2 weeks time or during this 1 week's time, we are going to work on to these requirements. And let's say for three requirements, you have started working and you have completed those three requirements in the certain time for a week or 2 week, whatever is your scrum length or whatever your sprint length is. You have completed working onto it, and those three requirements are in working condition now. They have turned into software now, right? So what you are doing? You have just deployed it onto the server. And now in the next iteration, you are going to work on to other requirements, other three requirements or four requirements. So once they are also done, what are you going to do? You are going to merge those 4 requirements with the previous 3 requirements, right? You'll
So,
merge them.
sorry, just a question. So, are these requirements based on priority, or we have to prioritize the requirements, or is it depend? It depends upon the client, or how exactly it goes.
The requirements which you will get would be based on the priority as per the market. Okay.
Can I say something here?
Yeah, sure, Leena ji.
I had read it somewhere. I was reading something on Agile, and it's a very one good example which I followed it right away, and I think it will help everybody. It started somewhere in Japan in the Toyota plant. That when they, in like Ford Motors, they were making like 1,000 cars a day. So they, in Japan, they call it. It's called just in time. So it's like only plan enough right now, as in when you need, you plan it and produce it. So that was a very good example this speaker gave. So agile is something like just in time policy which Toyota Motors have in Japan. So take in pieces, like this is what you need and just that is what you produce. So so it's like only plan enough right now, whatever you need and whatever is your requirement, and prioritize that way.
I'll tell you if you I'll tell you the example in the similar line. You know about Mercedes,
Yeah.
what they do?
Mm.
Once you are there in the showroom, they'll try to collect the requirements of yours, right? And based on your requirements, they'll build your car,
Right.
right?
Right.
They don't have anything in ready condition. That you just go and pick the car and come back, right?
Mm.
What they do, they get the requirements from you, and as per your requirement, they modify the car and they build that car for you, right?
Mm.
So this is what we do in Agile. We understand the customer, we get the requirement, and based on the requirement, we develop it. Now, as per your requirement, Mercedes sailors will tell you that how much time it will take to get delivered, right?
Right.
If you say them that I want this car to be delivered little early, I'm okay if you don't provide me few features. Okay? So then they will say, okay, if you are ready to sacrifice in these features, then we can provide you the car little early, right?
Right.
So what they are doing, they are understanding your requirement, and based on that, they will work on and they'll build the car. They don't have anything in ready condition. They just have the parts in ready condition. They'll assemble it as per your requirement and they'll deliver it. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. But what I wanted to say over here as the increment, right? Like um, increment. What is increment? Increment is like what? What do you think about increment is?
Increasing the value.
Increasing the value and
Increasing the value with certain amount,
mhm,
like the X factor, like the X,
like
adding some value into.
I know you are talking about in terms of salary increments. I am to the point. I'm to the point. You're talking in terms of your salary increment.
Delivering software in bits and pieces, not like the complete, like in bits and pieces. And
No, Leena ji, that is not the increment. Increment is like you are increasing in something. Like first you had
You're like the recurring account, like the bank, like the recurring account, like you have a recurring account, like every day, like they are going to add your interest, you know. So that is a yeah.
somewhat that I'm not getting the exact word. Increment could be in all aspect. Like it is not only related to the value,
Piece
but
by
it is
piece.
it is for everything, right? You are incrementing it. Like if you
The
have, let's say,
quality of the software incrementing.
No,
Like the no,
features
like
of
not
that
the
is
the
also
software,
right. That is also right.
features
Quality
of
of the
software or adding features to the software.
even
adding the
adding
number
any
of the number of similar type is the increment for that particular thing. Okay, like if I take the example of your bookshelf, okay, a bookshelf. If you are a reader, if you like to read more, so what is the what you are going to do is you will start with few books and you are incrementing it with the new books, or you are increasing it with the new books, right?
yes,
Yes.
yes.
So that is also increment in terms of adding up books to your bookshelf, right? You're increasing the number of books into your bookshelf. You're incrementing it.
So adding
Right?
value to it, adding more
Adding
to it.
like
Adding
adding
more things into
adding
the
yeah,
same
adding
thing.
value, like we are discussing over here, so we are adding, like we are increasing our knowledge. That is also one
Yes,
kind of yeah.
yes, that is one kind of increment. You're increasing in terms of knowledge, right? You're increasing your knowledge by these discussions. So that is also a increment on your knowledge, right?
Mhm.
So that way. So what happens in Agile? We work into pieces, and those pieces are going to stacked up. ना कहीं तो उसको कंप्लीट करके रखते जाएंगे. Like a book. बुक आपने एक बुक उठाया, आपने पढ़ लिया, उसको रख दिया. नेक्स्ट बुक उठाया, उसको पढ़ लिया, and you have stacked it up with the previous one, है ना? Completed उसमें आपका stack होता जा रहा है, increment होता जा रहा है, right?
Mhm.
So the similar way, is everyone comfortable with Hindi also? Like in between, I used to have Hindi conversations also.
I'm good.
I'm good. I don't have
Okay.
any issue.
I'm good too.
So in the software industry, what we do in Agile, if we are working into Agile, what we do, we work into pieces. And once that piece is completed, we park that piece aside, called as this piece of the software is completed, right? So we have a different section of completed pieces of the software. There we park it. That is called as a production, maybe as a production server, or maybe as a QA server or pre-pod server, right? Are you able to relate it?
Yeah, like the test server, development server,
Yes, yes,
production server. Yep.
yes. Different servers we have. So once it is completed, we push that to different server, right?
Mhm.
So the similar way, let's say in the last release, we have released almost 5 features, 5 functionality to the production server. Now, in this release, we are going to push more 5 features to the production server. So what we are doing? We are increasing the amount of the software, right?
Like in the version, like you talking about the version.
वर्जन नहीं, हमारी
Oh,
फंक्शनैलिटी भी तो बढ़ती जा रही है ना.
mhm.
पहले सिर्फ
Okay.
5 थे, अभी हमारे 5 और बढ़ रहे हैं. तो what is this? Now we have 10 functionality in completed state or in done state, right? तो अभी हमारा इंक्रीमेंट उस लेवल पे भी तो हो रहा है कि हमारे requirements बढ़ती जा रही completed उसमें,
No, is
right?
I'm saying the version means like version 1.1, 1.2, like such kind of, this is okay? Like version 1, version 2, or version 1.1, version 1.2.
हाँ, right. That also can be considered. So in this, what exactly happened? Why you are giving the different version name over here? Because they are different in features also,
That's correct. Yep.
right? Version 1 has 5 features included into it, and version 1.1 has 7 features total. That is why you have given the different version name, right?
Yep.
So these are what? These are increments to the previous one. 1.1 is the increment of version 1, right?
That's correct.
So the similar way, we this is what we do in waterfall, that we release after certain period of time and we call it as versions. That doesn't say that we don't call versions in the agile, we do, but that depend, मतलब nomenclature है ये तो different, आप जैसे अपने उसमें define करना चाहो वैसे define कर सकते हो, ठीक है?
Okay.
But what happens here कि अगर हमारा cycle 2 week का है, sprint cycle हमारा 2 week का है, तो after 2 weeks few functionality are there which are in completed state, ठीक है? तो हर 2 वीक के टाइम के बाद में आपके पास कुछ फंक्शनैलिटीज होंगी जो कि कंप्लीटेड स्टेट में होंगी। तो आप पहले जो आपने 5 फंक्शनैलिटी रिलीज की थी और अभी जो 5 फंक्शनैलिटी आपने कंप्लीट की है, इन दोनों को आप मर्ज करोगे, और मर्ज करके क्या हो रहा है कि आपका वैल्यू इंक्रीज हो रही है, ये टोटल नंबर ऑफ completed requirements are getting increased, ठीक है? So this is why we say that agile is a time box, that हमारे पास time box है, limited time है, और इसमें हम iteration में काम करते हैं। वो time box हमारा repeat होता रहता है, हमारा iterations होते हैं उसके, and हम जो software deliver करते हैं वो increment level पे होते हैं, like incrementing after each cycle, ठीक है?
जी।
अभी क्लियर है सबको या किसी को कुछ डाउट है?
Clear.
Clear?
Richa
Yes,
ji.
Srini ji. Yes, Srini ji.
Yeah, I hardly understand Hindi. If you, it's fine, but continuing a sentence, I cannot
Okay.
understand.
Okay. So did you understand previous thing or not?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I'll keep this in my mind. Don't worry.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So Agile has the ability to respond to change because we are working to pieces, and we are okay to have the changes in our plan or in the features. Okay. For an example, which software we should take as an example? E-commerce site?
E-commerce side or a banking, maybe signing in on a banking account, or because everybody does that, would be easy.
Yes. So we'll take e-commerce site,
Yes.
my favorite one. Okay. So e-commerce site, consider the example of Amazon site. Okay. So what happens why this Amazon has been introduced to us? Anyone? Anybody?
We don't go to the store and purchase it from there. Like we can order it.
Sorry?
Ease and ease of buying.
Because it will deliver to the doorstep.
Ease, yeah.
in a most effective and
So
fast
why,
way.
so why only Amazon people has thought of building it?
He was a smart businessman, maybe. Jeff Bezos is brilliant.
It's a like you can say that the business ideas,
Yeah.
Huh?
like the Facebook, like the
Right.
Amazon, they're thinking out of the box, and that's why they are.
No, they
Right.
don't think out of the box. They don't think out of the box. I am not agreeing on to this. I'll give you one example. Okay, we have both the genders over here, and I believe all of us, like most of us, are married over here, right?
Mhm.
So I believe that. So now, on every weekend, what happens with you as a husband? What happens with you? I want to hear from the husbands. So what happens on the weekends?
We
What do
want
your
to take
wives
rest.
usually say?
We want to take rest.
You want to take rest, and what your wife says.
She'll simply agree.
Why?
Needs to stock up the groceries and everything we need for house.
Yes, it's the same. It's the same story at each one of us house. Like on weekends, husbands wants to take rest, and wife says we have to go for shopping. We have to go to grocery shop to shop them, and we have to go to the like different places. I want to buy new uh, curtains. I want to buy new crockeries, right? So what happens? The husband gets irritated. No, 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 I don't want to go out. I just want to relax at home, right? It's the same story at every place. But it's not. Nobody wants to accept it.
These
Okay.
facts, Richa, nobody's.
Because to some places my husband wants to come with me, and to some places he don't want to come with me. I don't know.
But it happens in the many cases. What about husbands? They are not talking. Why? Are the wives are around to you or what? So that's why you're not talking.
We cannot
Shriji
leak.
ji,
Maybe they are
We cannot leak
there.
secrets.
you are not able to link sequences.
No. We cannot leak
Uh,
secrets.
They're sitting next to them, maybe.
These are the open secrets we know, but not in it.
No worries, even I'm talking in front of my husband, so that's okay. So that's okay. We can say this. It's the universal truth. So everyone, usually husband says, no, 5 days I have already spent my day in the office, and now these 2 days I want to take rest, right? I want to enjoy these 2 days to recollect my energy for the next 5 days, right? But wife says that I also get the same 2 days to finish all my other stuff. It's the same for everyone, right? So at that time, did not you have did not you have thought of these kind of stuff? कि क्यों जाना पड़ेगा? कुछ तो ऐसा होना चाहिए ना जिसके थ्रू हम घर बैठे कर सकें, राइट? कितनी बार आप लोगों ने ये you have thought of this thing? Why to go out? There should be some way by which we can do these things from home, right?
Mm.
So, but you also have thought the same thing, but you did not work to achieve it or trans or convert this idea into the software. You have not taken the efforts into this, but you have also thought the same. If we consider, if we go back to 10 years back era, wherein the situation was same, your wives were behind you to go out for grocery shopping and other stuff, and you were thinking, no, I don't want to go out, I just want to take rest. Someone should make something for to ease our life, right? This has happened with you or not?
Yes.
Like, I'm trying to relate things with our general day-to-day life so that you understand it better. So I'm sure this has been like thought by each one of us कि ऐसा तो कुछ होना चाहिए. Why to go out? Especially by the husbands. Especially by the husbands, not by the wives, because wives are like I also love to go out and do shopping. So that's a totally different story. But usually husbands don't want to go out for the grocery shopping, especially for the grocery shopping, right?
Yes.
Please, मुझे कुछ गिने चुने ही आवाजें आ रही हैं. I can speak out the names who are speaking and who are not. Madhuri ji, where are you?
I am listening.
Why? You need to speak also. Now Rudra also does the same thing with you, na? If you ask Rudra to come with you for the grocery shopping, what he says?
I send him that I give him some. I started giving him some tasks like Costco shopping or sometimes grocery shopping, and he have to do it.
He have to do. He don't have the option because you are the mother. You are
Yes.
saying it.
Yeah.
Once it has been given by his wife, then he'll like what to say? He'll not do it. He'll refuse it.
We'll try.
Right?
It is not important.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Jokes apart, but are you able to relate things with the with your daily routine and the whatever I am talking here?
Yes.
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 Yes. Is it making sense to you or not? Or it's like totally what the lady is talking all about?
Oh, it does make
It
sense.
does make sense.
Okay. Okay. So Agile has the ability to respond to change. Okay. So we have taken, for this point only, we have taken the example of e-commerce site, right? Let's say we have started working. Okay, I need to open my notepad and only will be able to write down things. So our agenda or our project is to build the e-commerce site. Is it visible or should I increase the font size?
It's visible.
Visible? Okay. So for this, what could be the requirements? One requirement by each. Okay, I'll start calling out the names and each one of you has to tell about the requirement of e-commerce site. Okay. So I'll start with Madhuri ji.
Login.
Login feature. Very good. Next is Pavni ji. Pavni ji, are you there? Pavni ji. Okay, no worries. Okay, next would be Prabhakar ji.
Browsing feature, like we can see the stuff like what we want to buy.
Search. You're talking about
Search.
search.
Search. Yep. Search engine
Search.
would work. Search, not the engine. Search.
Search for products.
Yep.
No. Next.
Menus.
Yes, Srinivasji.
Menus.
Menus or categories.
Yeah.
You're talking about categories, or you are talking about the general options should be available on that. What exactly?
General options.
General options menus. General options to select different features, right? Different features like your order and your account and these things, right?
Yeah, account, payment, history.
Payment history enough. Should I open the Amazon site? That will help you and that will help us here. Okay, so you are talking about these.
Yeah.
So you are talking about these options, right? Menus.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. The next, Akanksha ji?
Yeah, the next will be categories.
Categories. Okay. Pallavi ji?
Size and size stuff, like in the bottom of that, what we selected, there's a button called size.
Which button?
We select the dress and then the dress is
Okay,
selected.
okay.
And
filters.
Filters, yeah.
Filters. You're talking about filters, right? Filters. Okay. Next could be, who wants to go next? Varsha ji?
Payment methods.
Payment options. Right? Leena ji?
Cart.
Cards.
Like you put everything, whatever you select, you have to put it in a cart.
Okay, okay, cart. Okay. Who is there? Mansa ji?
Price.
Price. Price is what?
Price of every product.
Cost of the product.
Cost of the product. Range. Cost range.
Range. That comes under the filters.
Yeah, the like the sorting and everything, like the price wise, size wise.
Okay, then delivery address.
Okay.
Returns, exchanges.
Addresses, right? If I say address to your account, user account, will it be the same?
Or you can say then the other word, the profile, like the user profile, like your everything will, user profile.
And
like customizing the web page according to the user, whatever he or she has ordered in his, the previous order, we can suggest him different things according to the previous order. So customizing things.
Or if we want to order the same products before we order.
Okay, history.
History. Order history.
History check. Order history, right?
And returns, exchanges, dates or something.
So, okay. Return or exchange, right? Anything else? Who left here? Has everyone done with the requirements? Prabhakar ji, Srini, Varsha ji.
Do you think tracking would be a feature too for the site.
Tracking of the orders.
Yes.
Okay, yes. Tracking, order tracking.
Browsing history.
What? Browsing history. Yeah. Or
And where the order gets delivered, like it might not cover certain cities or certain places.
Domain name.
zip code identification. Right?
Yeah,
What did you say?
sometimes we ordered can be
Is not deliverable
anywhere
to
in
your.
India or no, sometimes it is not available in US like that.
Yeah, yeah. So that happens with not with the Amazon, but I have faced this issue with the Tata Click application. Have you tried that application, Tata Click?
No,
No, I never heard about that.
no, I don't.
It's the West Side online showroom. So it has the name as Tata Click. So whatever products are available in West Side showroom, it is available online as well. Okay, that is just additional, just an info. Is Tata Click. So this has happened with me. Like in Tata Click, they have very limited area of deliverables. So they like I've checked for multiple cities. For like Bhopal, I've checked. So they are, some products are not deliverable to Bhopal. Not all the products, but few products are not deliverable to Bhopal. Few products were not deliverable to Lucknow. So that depends. I have seen this kind of situation mostly into Tata Click application. I've also seen these kind of situation in Amazon, but not much. There are very limited products which are not which are non-deliverable to certain cities. Amazon that is why Amazon is very favorite for everyone, because it delivers the product to the entire country. Right? They have very limited cities which are non-deliverable areas, right? Okay. Uh, Anything else you want to add in the feature or functionality?
Sorting the price. I mean, sorting the product
Sorting.
by price, by customer ratings and all.
Sorting functionality. And
Like list of vendors, like vendor information, like, one product, there are 10 different vendors sell those products. So
product details. Right?
yes.
Okay. So
Can
what is
you
this? Continue, please, ma'am.
can you send as a gift to somebody else, or that cannot be?
Yeah, you can.
Sharing gift receipt.
Sharing gifts or gifts receipt. What, like gift cards? You are talking about gift cards?
Gift cards or
Like
something.
the product also, like you can share the product.
You can wrap the product as a gift, and you can post it to somebody through Amazon, right? That you have the option.
Yes.
And other than that, you have the option like you can buy the gift card from Amazon, and you can gift that card to your friend or family. Okay. Sharing gifts, gift cards, and you can mention here
List of maybe new release.
options to deliver as gift, right? What did you say, Leena ji?
List of new release that can come with a filter, right?
Huh. But that happens like list of new releases, right? That comes into the sorting thing.
Sorting so filter.
And, so what usually what happens in e-commerce sites? So this is the homepage of Amazon, right? So this homepage has been designed as per the new releases only. Whatever is the new, that will come first, and then gradually you can see the things as per your browsing history. Okay?
Yeah, in the country, see, when I see your screen, I see the India flag. You're in India, in India, Amazon. We do it, we see the US flag, so we are in the US.
No, because I am using Amazon.in.
So that is also we can put, right? That also can be mentioned.
So this is what the multilingual or this is what the example of multilingual support or localization support. Okay, so if here we have entered the Amazon.in, then I should be able to see the homepage for the Indian region.
Right, okay.
That is what the localization test.
Okay.
ठीक है, तो हम यहाँ पे डाल सकते हैं localization support, multilingual और multilingual support. ठीक है. Okay, so if I enter here like Amazon.us,
You cannot access it.
why? We can use no?
It's
No.
Amazon.com. I mean,
No? Okay. Only com is available for us?
yes, com is available.
Okay. Okay. So this is, see, the home page is totally different for com. For in iron, it was different, and for this, it is totally different. Right?
Right.
So based on the based on the area, we can define the homepage of the website as well. Okay. So what is this? This is what our, any other point you want to add into this?
Customer service.
Customer care, right?
Yeah.
Or contact us.
Customer care or contact us.
Right?
Yeah.
So now, what is this? What is the set of the requirement called as? What is this?
The requirement.
Requirement matrix.
Requirement.
Requirement gathering.
Requirement gathering. We can say that, but requirement gathering has many more things involved into it. Like we have to more dig down to each of the requirement, right? So if I say search for the products, so which all options should it cover? Like search is based on what criteria? Okay, so that comes into the requirement gathering phase, wherein we are clarifying each requirement in depth. Okay, so this is the requirements which we have when we thought to develop an e-commerce site, right? When the person has thought to develop Amazon, he has came with the certain requirements which he thought he should have here. They must not be these 20 requirements. They must be less, or they must be more than these. Okay? We're not sure that how many requirements he has started developing the Amazon site. Right? I'm sure he has not started with this functionality. This multilingual support, he has decided later in the late years. Once he must have started with one country or one location, and then he has started with different locations, right?
That's correct.
That's right.
Yes.
So if we are using waterfall, and all of a sudden this was not there, and the customer says, hey, wait, I want to support multilingual also. My application should be multilingual supported. So what would be your response to this as a project manager?
How many
You
languages?
you cannot add your requirement over here.
Yes.
Once we started that project.
Yes, you have started for this project, you have completed the requirement gathering, you have planned your way, and you have started development also. And during your development, customer comes and says that, wait, I want it to be multilingual support. It should be multilingual supported application. So, will you be able to accommodate this change? If you are working into waterfall?
No.
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 We have
No.
No.
No. So I heard that few of you were involved into development, right? When we say that our application should be multilingual supported, is it a very simple thing? Have you handled any product for multilingual?
no. I never,
You never?
because my most of the uh, product are like not the web based. It's a product or
Application based.
application and the algorithm and the yep.
Okay, so mostly they were system applications or they were mobile applications?
No, it's a backend. Some of them are backend. Some of them are UI.
Okay. So they were system applications.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. So multilingual support is not very difficult, but it is not really very simple. It is a moderate thing which we need to include in our system. For them, we need to do some kind of like setup wherein we provide different like we have to code inside the website inside our code, like we'll support these many type of languages. We
Like you have
provide
to,
the
yeah, like you have to code it according to your geographical location, like
yes.
which IP address, like the sum of the server, like so these are from India, these are from the USA. So there is certain IP addresses, like the IP addresses range. So you have to filter it in your program.
If you ask me in that depth, I am not aware of it. But what happens if uh, you're talking like you're checking the system based on its IP address, right?
Yeah, this is just
Like,
my first thoughts. I never
okay,
worked
okay.
there. Yeah,
Huh. So
maybe
in
I'm
general,
wrong.
what
I'm
happens?
just
In general, what happens in Java or something like that, we give the language code to support it. Like if language code is this, then you need to translate the entire display into this language.
mhm.
Okay.
Okay.
Certain criteria we need to set in the code that we are going, if the language code is location code is IN, then you need to
Got it. Got it.
change the language into Hindi. So this kind of conditions we have to provide in the backend, and accordingly we are going to support multilingual. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. So that is moderate kind of thing. That is not very difficult. We are not going to change the entire schema and everything, but few lines of code we need to add. But then also you are not able to accommodate this change in between if you are following waterfall. If you are following Scrum or Agile, any of the Agile framework, so what happens, even you have completed these many features and the customer comes and says, I want to support multilingual my system. What will you say? Okay, based on your bandwidth, based on your agreement for the budget and everything, you'll decide whether you want to accommodate this or you will not be able to accommodate it. Okay?
Mhm.
But we'll try to figure out whether we are able to accommodate this or not. In waterfall, directly we go and say that we are not going to accommodate this feature. If you want this to get included in the system, you need to raise the CR, and based on the CR, we will work on it, right? CR is nothing but the change request,
Okay. Got it.
right? Everyone has experienced this in their IT industry experience or not?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah, yes. So this is not going to happen in Agile. And Agile, what we are going to do, we'll check our bandwidth. Are we on the right track? Are we going to finish our stuff within the timeline? And the budget is not much, like it is not much costlier for us. So then we can say, yeah, okay, we'll include this in the product. Otherwise, what will happen? Otherwise, we can negotiate on the budget to the customer that this will take these many extra efforts, so we need budget also, we need to get paid accordingly. Okay, but that happens in a very rare condition. Generally it is based on the, like whatever agreement you have with the customer, that is very clear and very aligned towards our work. Okay. Okay. So we were here on the ability to respond to change. So is this clear now that how we are saying that Agile has the ability to respond to change?
That's, yeah, it's clear.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So Agile's goal is to deliver highest value first. Highest value first in value in terms of business. Like by what functionalities has the more business value. So based on that, the product owner or the customer gives you the priority of the functionality of the features, and depending on that, we start working and we deliver it to the customer. Okay? As a developer or as a development team, you don't know which feature has the most business value, right? But as a business people, they know what has the more value in the market. Are you getting it?
Yeah. Yes.
Based on the business value, the customer decides the priority and they provide you the sequence, that on which sequence you have to start working. Okay. And based on that, you start developing those features or those functionality. So its goal is to deliver highest value first. We are not saying that this is the strongest one approach to deliver the software, not the most intelligent one, but we are saying that Agile is the most responsive approach to the software delivery. Are you getting this? Okay, I think we should stop here. It was heavy for first day session, or it was okay?
I'm okay.
So it was good.
Okay.
Okay. So are you getting things with it?
Yes.
Any doubt?
Yes.
Anything?
No doubt.
I'm
No
good.
doubts?
I'm good.
I'm good.
Good. Thank you. But
Thank
I
you,
think we
everyone.
should.
Thank you, Richa ji.
Thank you. I think we should stop here only. If anybody has any doubt, we can discuss. Otherwise, it's already 11 p.m. for you all. So if you want me to conclude here, I can conclude here.
Yeah, please conclude, Richard ji.
Yeah, I can understand this. Okay. So any doubts? Anything you have? Anybody?
I'm good for today.
I'm good.
I'm good too.
Okay. Okay. What about Prabhakar ji, Srini ji, and Varsha ji?
I'm
Yeah.
good, but you, I think so. You said like you are going to explain the lean programming and extreme programming and the last of the session. So if you have,
In the last of the sessions means once you know about Agile and Scrum, more
okay.
focus is on Agile and Scrum.
Mhm.
So after these sessions, like Scrum is done, then I'll give you the I'll maybe in one or two session I'll explain it.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay. Because now you don't even know what is Agile, so how can I jump onto the lean
Got
or
it. Mhm.
this thing?
That makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. So thank you all for your time and for bearing me.
Thank you.
Thank you, Richa ji.
Thank you, Richa ji. It's
It was a nice session, Richa ji.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So Prabhakar ji, you wanted to say something?
no, thank you. Thank you so much. And thank you everyone
To
to
everybody.
sharing
Thank
their
you all.
all
Yes.
for
So our
sharing their
next session would be day after tomorrow. It is on Friday at the same time, 9 p.m.
Thank you. Good night, everybody.
Thank you. Good night and have a good day, Richa ji.
Good night. Yeah.
Good
Thank
night.
you. Yeah.
Thank
Bye.
you, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Bye,
Bye
everyone.
bye.